Hi everyone, Anasha here from Shayla's Voice. Welcome to our channel. This video is a little bit different. Usually I record, it's prompted, it's scripted, set up nicely and everything, but I just decided to turn on the video because I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable, and I figured what I have to say, what I'm thinking, my thoughts may be beneficial for others to hear. If there's one person who can relate, that's good enough for me. You guys know that we share our journey with Shayla, we share everything. So this is me unfiltered, untamed. I just wanted to share my vulnerability. So this is basically all about me in this video. It has to do with Shayla, but this is a mom speaking to others, pretty much. I was just and listening to some videos and some scripture and so on and so forth, and I just got so vulnerable. I just started feeling so, and not emotional, but I'm like, oh, like I had an aha moment, a ding 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 moment, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I know that when we share a lot about Shayla, and everything always seems so nice and polished, and everything seems so happy and everything. And don't get me wrong, it is. Shayla is extremely happy. She's doing well. We take good care of her. Really and truly, there's no reason to complain. If we're faith filled and if we're strong and if we depend and trust in God, there's no real reason to complain because he has made provision for us. And I hope that this video is well received because I am a Christian. Sean is a Christian, and everything we do is based on faith, right? So, which is why, again, the feeling of vulnerability and everything, it's like, yeah, it's real. And which is why I decided to share. So I just decided to pull up on the window. There's no makeup, there's no nothing. I'm just going to share, right? So outside of everything that is put together and shared on our videos, obviously there's real life happening behind the scenes, right? Um, it's been hard. It's been hard. The last few months with Shayla's seizures and everything, it's been hard. It's been challenging internally for me. On the outside, again, we make sure that everything's polished, everything's nice, but internally, it's been difficult for me, and it's been difficult because my faith is not where it needs to be. It's been difficult because I feel challenged. It's been difficult because outside of me having a great support system and outside of me having an amazing husband who's by my side, which I'm so grateful for, and a lot of people don't have that. It's so important that we have that. So I'm blessed to have that, and I have a great support system in family. Um, I have community. I have a bit of a village, but internally, there's been some struggles that I don't always share and I don't always show because, again, when we go outside and when I put these videos together, there's always that we need to look polished and we need to look put together, but the struggle is real sometimes, right? And with me feeling when I was listening to these scriptures and knowing that there's always there's some battles that we have to face, and the Bible never promised us that as Christians everything's going to be perfect. There are going to be battles that we go through. Jesus himself faced battles, right? So there has been battles on my end. With Shayla's seizures, it's really it's seeing our daughter in a life and death kind of situation. It's really struck me, and it's really shook my faith, and it really shook my essence, my foundation, to the point where my relationship with God is struggling. It's really struggling, and I'm really trying and fighting to get back to where I need to be with that relationship, with that walk with Christ. But I have hope, and I am faithful. I long and I fight for that relationship every day, and I know that I'll get there. But it's like sometimes I feel so lonely, sometimes I feel so down. It's like I get frustrated a lot. With even with Shayla, it's hard to say, but again, everybody expects things to be good and to be well. Even with typical kids, like regular kids, I'm saying regular kids, but healthy kids, parents struggle. So with us, with kids with special needs, we struggle too, right? There's no exception there. We're gonna struggle too, and I find myself being really, really frustrated with her, and I'm trying to catch myself, and I'm trying to be better at that. But there are times where, because I'm so overwhelmed, and because I'm struggling in these little departments, in these little drawers, I find that sometimes I do get frustrated. I get frustrated where I will not lose my temper, but I'll raise my voice at her, or I'll possibly get a little bit rough here and there with the way that I do things. And one of the things I always say that I dislike doing the most is helping Shayla eat, and that makes me frustrated the most. And I have to take that back and just try to look at it differently and do it a little bit differently. But sometimes when she eats, and she's really slow, and she tends to laugh and play when she's eating. But because I have so much going on, and I'm always go, 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 like I need to move on to the next thing, I get frustrated with her where I'll just walk away. Say, you don't want to eat, you're not going to eat. Right? I'll just walk away, and then Sean will have to step in. Little things in regards to getting her dressed. And again, she's laughing and she's playing, but I need to get you dressed right now because we're late for school, or we need to get to somewhere. And I'm trying to get you dressed, and then you're laughing and you're playing. That's not the right time for it. But again, she doesn't understand it, right? Because of her capacity, and I should know better. And I, as a parent, I should want to help her better. But because of everything that's happening, the frustrations, I take it out on her, right? Sometimes I feel like a bad parent. Lately, it's like, because of these frustrations, and because of the little outbursts that I have, and because again my faith and my relationship with God is struggling, and it's been shook and it's been tested. I tend to question a lot, and I tend to do these a little bit more, loosen grip a bit more. And we all do it. We're not a bad parent. I feel like a bad parent in these moments. I know that we're not bad parents, but in these moments, like, I feel really shook. I feel like I'm not doing the job that I was put here to do. I feel like the worst parent ever. Like, why do you have a child with special needs and you're taking things out on her? You know what I mean? Like, it's thing. So even my marriage, it's like sometimes my relationship with Sean, it gets shook as well because of my frustrations, everything just relates back to things. We try to put up this front as to things being great and whatever, but it really isn't, because internally there's these battles that happens. And again, like I said, I just want to be completely vulnerable. There are these battles happening inside. And one thing that I struggle with a lot is that although I have my village, although I have my community, I have Sean and everything, I don't have like that true girlfriend that I can say, okay, let's go have coffee. Let's go sit and have coffee and whatever. Like, I tend not to depend on people that way. I tend not to ask for help that way. I tend to be the giver, and when I need, like, I don't get it back. I tend to be the strong friend where everybody wants to come to, but there's nobody that I can go to. Yes, I love my husband and I can go to him at any time. I have a sister who's my BFF that I can go to at any time, but it's like, I feel like sometimes I need a little bit more than that. And I don't really have that, right? So that causes my frustration as well, to the point where now it's like, even with the so-called friends that I have, I've decided to distance myself because, again, they take from me, and I don't get to get that back. Like, who fills my cup? I'm already dealing with Shayla. You guys know that I'm a foster parent, and I have some more difficult cases. So that we've put a pause on that as well, just so we can recoup and so we can be with Shayla. But you know what I mean? I know that I'm venting and I'm rambling, but I just want to be vulnerable. That's what it's all about. Just me being open and honest and speaking my truth, and you know what I mean? Like I said, if anybody can relate, if one person can relate, then I'm good with that, right? we as exceptional needs parents, special needs parents, whatever you want to call us, we are human as well. We have the extra challenge of raising our kids with these needs, and the support systems that we have in our communities, in our government, are not where they need to be. That's an added stress that we have to deal with financially, emotionally. There's so much that we have to deal with. And when we see the polished and everything, it may not always be that way. There may be something underlying. So if I can encourage anybody today, work on your relationship with Christ. Try to strengthen that relationship, make it better. That's what I'm working on right now, just building that relationship. Just again, going back to my solid foundation in Christ, where I can totally depend 100% on Christ. Know that I trust in him, and trusting in him will overpower everything else, and that will give me the protection that I need in regards to just being here and doing things on a day-to-day, and my reassurance that I can do all things through him who strengthens me, and my reassurance that dealing with Shayla, he's already provided everything that I need to get through the day-to-day, to get through the circumstances that life throws at me, and life will throw them, and life throws them at the most unexpected times. But just having that relationship. So I would want to encourage anybody who's going through the same things that I'm going through, share with me down below. Let's talk about it. But not only that, speak about it. Be open about it. Don't hide it. Hiding things only destroys us on the inside, and we get to the point where we hide, we keep, we bottle up, and then it just explodes. We don't want to get to that point, right? So let's share, let's talk about it. Let's find people that we can really depend on, and I'm not just talking about depend on in like people who will really be there for you, people who will really be there for you. It's hard. I see a lot of parents saying that they've lost friends because we can't go out and we can't do this and we can't do that. But I'm sure that there's one person or two people out there who would, it could be somebody else from our community who knows what we're going through and who are really willing and able to be there for us. I need to find that support in someone outside of my family, outside of my husband. I wish I had that. Hey, anybody, you can reach out to me. You know what I mean? But I want to encourage someone out there that we're not in this alone. If I'm going through it, I know that somebody else is going through it. Some of us have it worse than others. Some of us have it a little bit better than others, but we're not alone. We're never in this alone. We're never, ever in this alone. It may seem like that in the moment. Let's not give up. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep striving. Let's keep doing what we have to do for ourselves. Self-care. I've never been good at self-care. Never, ever been good at self-care. Now I am making it a little bit more intentional, where I go to the gym and I take a drive by myself, or I sit in quiet for a moment. Or if Sean's with the kids, I would go downstairs and just sit downstairs and watch a show by myself. Little things that we can do to self-care. Listen to music, read a book, like whatever it may look like for you. I know that I'm saying that, and some people just may not have the support. We can't leave the kids or whatever, but find some way. If they go to bed for 10, if they go to bed a little bit early, sit down and eat a bucket of ice cream. Who cares? Do something to take care of you, because our battle is it's not a day one and done battle. Our battle is continuous with dealing with our kids, with helping our kids, with advocating for our kids, with fighting for our kids. It's a day by day, take it one day at a time. It's continuous. So let's do what we can to take care of us, to pour back into us, find people who can pour into us, find ways to pour into us, so that we can be the best that we can, not only for ourselves, but for our kids. It's really hard sometimes, because I am part of a bunch of groups on Facebook, and there's some Rett syndrome groups that I'm part of. And lately, it's so sad because a lot of the girls are passing away and they're so young. So it's like, another thing that I've decided to do is step away from these groups, because it doesn't help my mental health. I know Shayla is not where these girls are. There's other underlying issues and stuff like that. But still, just seeing it and reading about it, that dampens my spirit as well. So if there's communities and stuff like that we're part of that is like that, let's step away. You know what I mean? Let's put it away for a bit. Let's again whatever we can do to pour into us and to take care of us, we need to do that, right? So we have to find healthy ways to cope. My goal is to continue to rebuild my relationship with Christ, draw nearer to him. That's my ultimate number one goal. And I know that once I get to that point where I need to be, and again, this is my journey, my day by day journey. Once I get to that point where I need to be, I feel like I'll be my best self, right? But right now, it's like I was just listening to the scriptures and I'm like, I'm not where I need to be, like feeling a little bit vulnerable. So I figured I would share. So I'm going to shut up now. I've shared a lot. Again, I hope at least one person gets something from this. I went on and on and on. I'm not even going to re-listen to this video. I'm just going to post it because I don't want to feel embarrassed. I'm just going to post it. So let me know. Again, reach out. You're not alone. You are not alone. I know that I'm not alone. You are not alone. All right. So hopefully somebody gets something out of this. I will see you guys soon. That's me venting, ranting, whatever, sharing, pouring out, doing whatever. And yeah, I said I'll shut up, but I'm going to really shut up now. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.